Welcome back to my channel. I've been sick with my daughter's cold, but it's early in the morning and I couldn't sleep because of my cold. How fun. So I'm not sure if I'm going to talk all the way through this because I literally can't, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. Every year I get a cousin, avec or full year. Every year I want different sizes, which I use the avec. I started cutting down cousins, I don't know, 4 years ago, who knows. I started with a B6, then I went standard, and then about a year or two ago I did B6 Slim. My favorite size is the B6 Slim because of the way there's like no writing here, no column. I don't really use the column. I have the Saturday and Sunday. So I use this one for homeschool for my daughter. And it's there. The downfall with me doing this, obviously the cousins are outdated, but the downfall is that I don't really finish a book. Here's the B6. So I was talking to my friend and I was like, maybe I should throw them away and just start like brand new. But the problem with that is that I'll crave the size. So I'm like, don't do that. Because you could come back to these in 2025 at some point, maybe. So here's the one that I did this year for 2025. I had two. I had this was the first part of the year. And then on the second part of the half of the year, I used the July through the December one. I used that one pretty decently. Then what I did is I took the dailies out and I cut them and put them in standard rings. But it left me with this one. And I only have a few of the weeks left. So I was like, what's it gonna take for you to like get interested in this again? And I was like, standard size. Now I have a Gig'em for 2024, full year, black cover. And my plan is to cut that down at the beginning of the year and use that. But we'll see. So we're cutting this one to a standard. Okay. So I'll get one of these. How you know you're gonna cut it? It's gonna say like Hobotech, and then like a little piece of that O. Now you want to get it really kind of, if you want to move it like a tad over, so the Sunday on here won't, be there, and then on the monthly, you want to cut to where like that is all off. Sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. You'll be able to see if you go on the monthly. See where it's gonna, see this Sunday? See where it's at? It's laying like right there. You want it like right there. Of course, my pen won't work. I don't know. Sometimes that's what I do because I know I want that red portion off. So then I'll get my ruler and it'll literally be like right here. I mean, if you want, you could do, the whole, like where you know you're gonna cut. I'm sorry. Ugh. I'm sure it's allergies that turned into something crappy. So if you're cutting a full year, that's where it gets sticky. Versus if you're cutting a half a year. The full year, it takes a lot. Some people have taken it to like a shop. Staples, Office Max, Office Depot, Kinko's. There's even a girl that I think she cuts down notebooks to standard and charges you on Etsy. I don't know if she does cousins. I don't think so. I think she does astrologies. But I am not a worry wart when it comes to planning and my crafts. I save that shit for real life. It's just what it is, you know. Yesterday, I was so consumed with being sick and watching everything Milton, I swear. I could not stop, and it sucked. And when you're cutting this, you want to make sure you're like really cutting through, but not pressing so hard, because it is Tomo River paper. I've used scissors before. See how it's coming off? I use scissors because it's in a VEC. I'm not gonna stand up because no. And by the way, it's like 4:45 in the morning. So see how it cut right on the line of the Sunday? Hopefully with this cut, I won't have that red Sunday. That's another reason why I don't like. And it's crazy because some people are like, well, buy Catherine's standard. I can't do it. I can't do it. I need my cousin. In my head, it has to be Hobonichi cousin. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I shouldn't say it's weird. It's just different. Obviously, I'm cutting through what I've already used. I believe in using your stuff, repurposing it somehow, and not making like a big deal when you do. Because for me, I feel like you're just getting bang for your buck, because you're essentially getting full use of what you paid for. So I have a whole for next year, I have a whole Avec, 2 books outdated, they're brand new, and then I have the Gig'em. They're on sale right now, so if you wanted to buy them, you could. That's when I normally buy them. I buy them when they're on sale in September. Every September, that's what happens. Hobonichi gets you ready for the new release, so they, between them and Amazon, they go to town. They do it on Black Friday, they do it on Prime Days, which is, I think now, I don't know, it was the 8th and the 9th that were Prime Days. If you're not bored yet. You guys know or remember that I had COVID for the first time this year in July, and that stupid cough stood with me for like months. It was barely getting better, and now me getting sick, yeah, right, now it's worse. It's like back. So I'm really being patient with this one. Normally I wouldn't. Normally I would take the scissors and cut the crap out. But I'm being patient because I have the time. And I want semi-clean cut. And every time I go and get the scissors and hack it, I mean, I still get a clean cut, but it's not as good as if I did it this way. I can feel it cutting through. I'm almost there. I probably will have to get the scissors at the tips because I'm not going as hard. I have my coffee too, so I'm hoping that will put me back to sleep, which usually it does if I have it in the morning early. Caffeine puts me to sleep. It doesn't keep me up. I was talking to some girl on Instagram about that because she was like, why does Lorelai and Rory or Lorelai drink so much coffee at night? I'm like, the girl has ADHD. She's like, I have ADHD too. I don't go to sleep. I was like, oh, that's funny. It affects people differently. My son has ADD. I don't care. I know they reclassified it. He doesn't have the hyper component. And coffee will stimulate him. I mean, I've been on Adderall. That shit didn't work. I was going to sleep on that. So I'm on nothing now for my ADHD. I mean, I haven't been on it my whole life, and here I am. So I am gonna leave it as far as this video like this. I thought about speeding it up, like I'm almost there, but it's taking a while. I also woke so I could see what was going on in Florida. I wanted to see, like, did Milton like completely jack up everybody? I think it's not as big as a category 5, like when it made landfall. I think it hit at a 3, which is, I mean, still big. But I think Helene did a lot of water damage, and this one was a lot of wind. Both combinations is horrific. I live in Houston. I speak from experience. It sucks. So I guess that's what I was like, my fellow swampians, because that's where we are. We live in swamps in the Gulf. Some of them, I think, live in Atlantic. I think it's going. You guys, this is a pretty clean cut on the side. Again, I'm just showing you that you could cut notebooks. You don't have to like take it to go get it cut. You could just do your thing, you know what I mean? I think the side is cut. I'm gonna have to take the scissors to the top. Let's see. It cut all the way through. I'm just gonna have to take the scissors to the point where it didn't. And this is very, very, very thin paper, so scissors will be perfect at the top right here. Nothing beats the Hobonichi cousin for me. Like, I've tried nothing. Once I get in my head a brand, and because I'm a person of habit, I kind of just tend to go for the same exact things all the time. And this is one of them. I'm pretty sure I'll try things throughout the year, but I go with what I know. I'm starting to feel sick again, like to where I need to lay down. So I'm pretty sure I'll stop this, go lay down, come back. That is a pretty clean cut. Pretty clean compared to other cuts that I've had. So as you can see, where's the other one? Do I have another A5? I have a B6. Oh, but it's covered. Oh. So, same thing with the, see, it's Hobotech. So, see how the H is right there? And there's like a little bit of space, and there's not as much. This Sunday might be there, see? The red from the Sunday. Let's look at this one. Nope. I mean, it's not there. So it does matter a tad. So you're moving it over to the left some. Hope that makes sense. If not, I don't know. Makes sense to me. So my plan sorry, I'm just trying to see. Ma'am. I'm shaking. Sucks, man. It really does. I hate that. My body and my brain sometimes are not my own. I hope that makes sense because they don't click. Oh man, look at this one. I jacked this up. All right. Oh. The weeks are not as important than the days are. I still like them though. So I just kind of covered it. So I don't know how many weeks we have left to the end of the year, but I have enough dailies, I'm sure that'll last me. It's time to sit my ass down, lay down. See, the problem with myself too is I push myself past its limits. And I don't mean to. It's just I can't get myself to like sit down, rest, you know. Anyhow, there's that. I'm sure I'll come back at some point.